beer board meeting. We've got two parts to the agenda tonight. We've got a beer board meeting, and then we've got our regular commission meeting. So as we get started, let's go ahead and say the Pledge of Allegiance, and then we'll launch into the beer board.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, dear. Vice Mayor Satterfield has let me know that she won't be here tonight, so I'm going to conduct the beer board meeting. Usually that's the job of the Vice Mayor. So, Commissioner Martin, you keep an eye on me, make sure that I do this correctly. You've done a bunch of these. Okay, so let me go ahead and open this beer board meeting. We've got one item on the agenda. It is a special event beer permit. It's Janice Fillmore doing business as the Great Smoky Mountain Hot Air Balloon Festival to be held on August the 15th, 2026. And it'll be at the, I guess what they're calling now, the Great Smoky Event Center. Okay, and let me see if I can get a motion and a second. We'll get it up for discussion, and then I'll read out to you what I have.
I make a motion to accept the beer permit for the Hot Air Balloon Festival.
Okay,
To accept it? Or
Yeah.
to-
we can do a motion and a second to get it up for discussion.
Okay, I'll second it for that.
Okay. All right, so let me see what I can tell about this. Applicant's name, Janice Fillmore. Special event is the Hot Air Balloon Festival 2027. It's going to be on August the 15th. It'll be at the Visitors Center. Let's see, Jill Hepperly will be the event manager. And looks like Jill is the contact information. Let's see, event manager working on behalf of the TCGA, Townsend Cove Gateway Alliance. And we've got, looks like a completed application here. And it looks like it's got all the right signatures and endorsements. City Recorder, anything else you can tell us about this application? Has Chief Conde had a chance to take a look at this?
Yeah, he looked at it, he's involved in the planning meetings, so it's,
Okay.
you know, I can't remember how many years they've been doing it, it's been a while. So.
All right, we've seen that before. Okay. Any questions?
This balloon festival is the same group that put on the laser show a couple of years ago. And, you know, we don't approve the festival permits anymore, but I want to make sure that they know there's no laser light show this year. So I don't know how we make sure of that, but I wanted to bring it up.
Yeah, they, it was, I think, 2 years ago that they did the laser thing, but last year they didn't do a laser.
Right.
So,
The second thing is usually the people that apply for the beer permit are here, so we can question if there's any questions. And I don't see any of them here.
does not look like we have a representative from TCGA here tonight. I don't know that it's a requirement, but you're right, usually there is a representative.
And I can't remember one when there wasn't, so.
More often than not, for sure. All right, any other discussion? I think this is an event that we're familiar with. They've had a beer permit before. I haven't heard any issues with the beer permit. Chief Conde's taken a look at it. Looks like it's all completed properly. So unless there's any further questions or discussion, I'll just go ahead and call the question. All in favor of approving the special event beer permit, say aye. Aye. Opposed?
Opposed?
Okay. Beer permit is approved. All right, and with that, I will close the beer board meeting. And that's it. So that takes us to our regular commission meeting. Do we have any update on Commissioner Hedrick?
Just that last one I gave you.
Okay.
She's asking
Still
a little short.
pretty far away. It's a short agenda, I don't want to completely miss her, but, should we wait a little bit longer,
So let's proceed. We don't have anything that we're necessarily voting on today.
or? Okay. All right, so we've done the Pledge of Allegiance. First item on our agenda is the adoption of the agenda. So would anybody like to have any modifications to the agenda?
No.
Okay, so we'll proceed with the agenda as written. First item is the consent calendar. And so we've been provided with this information. Consists of the beer board minutes from April the 21st, 2026, minutes of the regular commission and regular session from May the 19th, and some reports from city manager, finance report, parks and rec committee report. So we've streamlined this so that on the consent calendar, we just adopt these. They are available for our citizens to take a look at as part of our packet that we're now publishing ahead of the meeting. So I don't know that we have to do anything further on the consent calendar. Is that right? Do we have to vote on it or adopt it?
If you're approving
Okay.
minutes.
All right, so we will vote on the consent calendar. Let me get a motion and a second on the consent calendar.
I make a motion to adopt the agenda and the consent calendar.
Okay?
I'll second.
Okay. Any further discussion? Okay, all in favor of adopting the agenda as written and the consent calendar, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, that's done. Next item is public input for items on the agenda. Thank you, Mr. Riddle. We'll make you an honorary
Yes.
Hey.
city helper. Hey.
Okay, we have John Hurley.
Oh, not on the agenda.
Oh, not on the agenda.
Okay.
So we don't have any vote on the agenda.
Nobody to speak. Okay. We have no unfinished business, which brings us down to new business. So the new business I'm very excited about, and this will be an update on the City of Townsend mobile app. This has been a long time in the works. City Council did approve some funding for this. I can't remember how long ago, but not all that long ago, but it's been worked on diligently. So Gayla, I'll turn it over to you to give us an overview. And I'll just say that if you want to follow along, there's already a QR code you can scan. And so as Gayla's talking about it, it downloads so fast that you can probably look at it as she is doing it. Everybody ready? Anybody want to get their downloads started before we start to go through
Go
it?
ahead,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead, go ahead.
Okay, it downloads pretty fast.
Well, it's finally here. We've been talking about it for close to a year now. It's been designed to be like really user friendly, and we want to boost like resident citizen engagement with local government. So you'll have access to the agendas, the packets, special events, meeting times. You can opt in to push notifications. Right now, we just have one channel for the push notifications. It'll say all users. We eventually are going to add one for the fire department and one for the police department. So you can opt into all or whatever you want to get notifications for. So like when we have inclement weather, or if we have down trees, road closures, things like that, we can push that out and let people know faster. Another thing that we like that we didn't have before is if you're walking the bike path and you see a pothole or the concrete's raised or something like that, you can click on the report an issue and you can put in your thing, and it also allows you to send a picture, and it'll go right to us, and then we can get the guys out there to get it fixed. For the police, you can submit a tip. We're still in the process of loading more information. There's still some information I need from fire and police to add on there, but please play around on it, and then just email me with any feedback. and everything. And we're also, the test website is in progress. It's gonna kind of mirror the app, so it'll be a lot more user-friendly than the current one we have. So it's just, we're kind of excited to have pretty much Townsend in the palm of your hand, pretty much. I mean, you can access us anytime.
Palm of your hand.
In the palm of your hand. So, download it and then give us feedback, please.
Thank you very much. And I want to give a special shout out to Gayla. As you know, Gayla wears so many hats around here. In addition to city recorder, she manages all of our social media, our current website. And so she has really had a big leadership role in working with the contractor to put together what you have in the palm of your hand. And this is something that we had tremendous discussion on. I wish there was a few more folks here tonight. I'm grateful for the folks that are here to be able to see the app. But it is something that our citizens have really sort of clamored for. So how can we get these push notifications if something's happening? We've got a big traffic jam or something happening, potentially fire, I guess, or flood. We could have a push notification that would go out to our citizens. We had a lot of discussion when we were talking about flooding on the other side of the mountain. How would we notify our citizens of rising water? You know, sometimes you can be out there in the river and there'll be a storm up in the mountains. And you won't even think a thing about it until the water starts coming up. There'll be sunshine in here the whole time. So if there was some sort of an event, we would be able to push notifications out.
And meeting reminders, I'm doing that as well, so
Meeting
you'll never
reminders.
forget when there's a meeting.
Not that long ago.
Because not everybody has social media, but most everybody has a phone.
Not that long ago.
And after,
I
they'll
think,
get a notification the day before the meeting that, hey, there's planning tomorrow at 6 or what have you, so.
that's right. Not that long ago, I think we had a meeting cancellation. And I had a lot of people ask me, said, well, I showed up and nobody was there. But in this case, if you opt in, you would be notified if a meeting is canceled because we don't have any items or for whatever reason, if we've had to change the time or something, it would be a way to notify people of that. So very pleased that our residents will sort of have this additional functionality. Trying to get it back up here. What else can I tell you about the app? The calendar of events is on there. One of the things that we talked about, Commissioner Hedrick will know that trying to get more of the events populated on our app, on our website. Gail, what's the relationship between this and the city website?
They're gonna be, the look will be kind of the same, the design will be the same, it'll be like just a larger version of the app whenever you go to the website.
Okay.
And a lot easier to navigate. Randy got to look at it a little bit today when she was in office, I showed her the test site. And she
Okay.
said the road.
So we've got a web update soon to follow, and meeting packets. Instead of going, when I bring up our current city website and try to navigate to the meeting packets, it actually is quite small on my computer, trying to get that little arrow in the right place to hit it. But here you can download quite easily from the palm of your hand the meeting packets. So I think this thing has really gone a long ways to facilitate our commitment to good communication, as well as to increasing our engagement with our citizens. So participation by citizens in what's happening. You've got a mini city hall right here in the palm of your hand. Commissioners, any questions? All right.
I'll make one comment.
Yes,
Joe,
sir.
I looked on here, it says tonight's meeting's at 8 o'clock, so I guess it hasn't started yet.
On the app.
Yeah. This for reference.
Well, we'll have to make sure to get it synced up with the time
And
zone.
the planning commission is off.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, anyway.
We need feedback. We need beta testers to come and help us with our website, but or with our app.
The meeting reminder that I'm showing said it will, are you talking about a
Calendar
calendar?
events.
Calendar events, okay.
And I'm just pointing it out.
Yeah, it may have one of those times, and it looks like everything's off by about an hour.
Okay, no, it says 7 to 8.
No, on the planning says 7 to 8, but
The board.
Board of
It does,
Commissioners,
it
8 to
does.
9.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, well, very good. We'll get all
I
the
was seeing
kinks.
if y'all would notice. That's what happened.
We'll get all the kinks worked out, but this is, I think, a tremendous step forward, so very pleased about this, so. Okay, well, that takes us through new business. Let me turn next to public input for items not on the agenda.
John.
Mr. Herbert.
Hello, John Hurd from Gilmore Court. My issue is the continual dumping of debris, brush, and other dismantled projects in our town park. I've talked to you people verbally about it, it continues to happen. I read an email last week. I got a response. The only thing I didn't get, and what I really wanted was that the behavior would stop. You keep dumping stuff along it, if you know it, between the pond and the wooded area and the school. You keep doing it, and you keep creating brush and clean stuff for potential fire hazards. You're putting more fuel to the fire there. I know you probably don't have a lot of places to put it, but a good burn day once a year would probably clear out all that stuff. I don't want you to pull it out of there, but the stuff that's on the ground. Other thing is the animals go down there too. You're creating hazards and stuff. You have the dock back there with nails sticking out of it. You literally, it's 10 feet off the thing. So they do see the animals going back there. One kid goes back there, he's gonna get a nail. And with the brush coming there, the liability for the town, God forbid there's a fire, and you guys are known for adding brush back there. You have children at the school, there's elderly here around the thing that in wheelchairs that can't get out of their houses that fast. It's also ugly to look at. I know you say you can't see it, but you can see it. Right along there, you can see the dock down there and stuff. I'm not saying to remove it at this point, it's just there. I would love to get removed it, but you can't. And let it be clear, this is not, I'm not blaming any of the staff, okay? When you're putting stuff back there, this comes from higher up. This is coming from somebody here making a decision to pull a dock out and dump it in the woods. That's not the staff doing it, okay? So this is not directed at the staff at all. My concern is the decision maker who decided to dump a dock back there. It just looks bad. It does. It just looks bad. What I would like to know is, we're going to stop doing this. I would like to hear, maybe have some kind of rule, some kind of ordinance, something to have some kind of designated area where you can dump stuff, and maybe burn it, or just not back there anymore. I don't know, do you guys think who's okay with this? I'd like to know who's okay with dumping stuff. And I got video and pictures of it, so it's not like I literally have pictures, video of you guys dumping with a dump truck, and it wasn't from inside the park. What else? So I just want to know, will the behavior stop, or are you guys still doing it all this? That's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Hurdle. I think we can probably take that up when the city manager and Archie is back. I think my understanding is that there is a conservation buffer that's being established back there, but I think it'll be a good question. The city manager can answer that, what's happening in terms of that conservation buffer as well as any potential risk for fire, because I know that he would be very focused on that. So let's take that back up next time we have the city manager. Any other input? Okay.
Could you reiterate what he just talked about? We could not hear nor understand him.
Yes, ma'am. Up in the city park, the Gene Moser
Yes.
City Park, there's a little area around the perimeter. You know, that's a quite a big area there. And there's an area up there with some brush piles, and among one of the brush piles, my understanding, is the remnants of the dock that used to go out into the pond. And so it's got some things growing into it now, and there is an aim for a conservation buffer, but it would be better, I think, if it's claimed and addressed by the city manager what's happening up there. I went up and took a look at the park myself because I was afraid, it was being dumped on, but it looks like it's just a brush area over there. But we'll get an explanation for that, but that's what Mr. Hurley is bringing to our attention.
Great, thank you.
Well, that was public input. I've got an announcement to share. Get this. I was down at the courthouse yesterday and picked this up. This is called America 250 Blount County. And so the county, as part of their group that is celebrating our 250th anniversary of our country, has put together this passport. So we'll have some of them down here at City Hall. The idea on this passport is that you can go to a variety of events. There's one on the counter there, and you can pick one up at the window. And you can visit these different events and get your passport stamped. So if you go to all the different firework events, you can get your passport stamped. They've got some other events. Our Townsend fireworks are in here. Here's some other history and heritage events that are happening. Remember, 250th goes all through the year. It's not just on the 4th of July. So this is how we're participating with the county in the celebration of that. And I believe the county made a donation to our 4th of July fireworks as part of their work on America 250. But I would encourage you to pick one of these up. There's a number of events here that I wasn't familiar with. We've got music and arts, culture and heritage, fireworks. Let me see what else they've got in here. History and tradition, DAR series at the Blount County Historical Museum. So there's all kinds of things that are listed in here. So if you're a history buff like me and Mr. Don, you might find some things in here that are interesting. But we'll have some at our window out here, and they've got more at the county, and people can participate in that. So that's my announcement.
I got a question about it. Are
Yes,
we
sir.
prepared to stamp these passports at the 4th of July fireworks?
Well, I think we'll be prepared somehow to provide a stamp. We'll have to figure out exactly how we're going to do that. I don't know that we'll be doing it at the fireworks, but maybe if you're participating, you can come by and get somebody to sign off.
I know one time we were talking about doing additional things or special things.
Mhm.
Do we know what? If we're doing anything different than normal?
Yeah, we did. We had some discussion about how Townsend would fit in with the 250 celebration, and we floated that with the Parks and Rec Committee. And I think we eventually decided that we would fold in with the county. And so this is one way that we're doing that.
We have purchased a few extra things to give out for the kids, some flags, some stickers, some tattoos, and some things that we haven't done in the past for that day. There's some flags that you'll be seeing soon, just before probably the weekend of the 4th of July that'll pop up down there and around City Hall. So there has been some things that have went in some planning. So we had a larger budget this year thanks to the county's donation to go towards fireworks and some extra things. So
I think it should be a real good show and a real good time. So I'd encourage everybody. I know all of y'all will be there, but looking forward to it on the 4th. So, okay. Any other announcements or statements? Okay. Well, I think we've been very efficient with our agenda tonight. With that, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion to adjourn.
I have a second.
Second.
You got a motion and a second? And any further discussion? All in favor of adjourning, say aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned. Thank you all.